Hello, everyone. We're going to talk about South Carolina. Now, I've been to one little blip of South Carolina. We drove down to look at one battlefield and then made our way up. So I was there maybe for a few hours when we were on our road trip because we were close to the North Carolina-South Carolina border. I definitely want to go back. There's a lot to see. So let's look at some pictures. We have Myrtle Beach, which is a very famous place to go. Includes 60 miles of beach and boasts one of the country's tallest Ferris wheels. Wow, that looks so pretty. And I think we've seen these friends before. Got river otter moms give birth to 2 or 3 pups on average. They're born with fur. They're so cute. There's the flag. Got the palm and then the moon. It's pretty simple. And then our symbols. We've got the state flower, which is a yellow jasmine. State bird is the Carolina wren. Don't think we've seen that bird before, which we do have a bird video. Yay for that. State tree is the cabbage palmetto. And then there's the state quarter, which kind of features all the different symbols on there. So easy to detect if you know South Carolina. All right, let's take a look at the rest of our information. So fast facts, nickname the Palmetto State. Statehood 1788, it's the 8th state. Population as of July 2016 is 4,961,119. Capital is Columbia. Biggest city is Columbia. Abbreviation SC. State bird Carolina wren. State flower yellow jasmine. History. Recent finds suggest that people arrived in the area now called South Carolina over 50,000 years ago. Native American tribes, such as the Cherokee, Creek, and Santee, have lived here for thousands of years. In 1670, the English established a large settlement in the region. Then in 1710, they divided the territory into 2 colonies, North and South Carolina. Soon after, European settlers came to build plantations to grow rice and indigo, a natural dye used to color cotton. Slaves were brought from Africa to work on those plantations. Soon South Carolina and the other American colonies wanted independence from England. This led to the American Revolution, which began in 1775. During the war, South Carolina hosted more battles than any other colony. It became a U.S. state in 1788. South Carolina was the first state to leave the Union in the years leading up to the Civil War, which started in 1861. It rejoined the United States in 1868. Why is it called that? The Carolinas were named after King Charles I of England. The state's nickname, the Palmetto State, was coined in honor of the state tree, the Sauble palmetto. During the Revolutionary War, these trees were used to build forts because their soft wood could absorb cannonball impacts. That's pretty cool. There's the flag and symbols again. Geography and landform. So there you can see it on the map. It's on the east side right there. Shaped roughly like a triangle. Sure, we'll go with that. South Carolina is bordered by North Carolina in the north. There. The Atlantic Ocean in the east. And Georgia in the south and west. The state can be divided into 3 regions. They have the Blue Ridge Mountain Province, which stretches across northwestern South Carolina. Its forested peaks include the state's highest point, Sassafras Mountain. The Piedmont Province stretches southeastward from the mountains to the midlands of the state, covering about 1/3 of the state. Its hills rise higher toward the west. Along its eastern edge are the Sandhills, which are topped with coarse sand that scientists believe was created by ancient oceans. The Atlantic coastal plain covers the remaining 2/3 of the state, extending west from the ocean, where the land is generally flat and includes rivers and swamps. The coastline also features sandy beaches, such as Myrtle Beach. Farther inland are fertile hills. The central part of the plain contains the forested pine barrens. Wildlife, there are those cute otters. Wild pigs, bobcats, gray foxes, and river otters are some of the mammals that live here. Several of the state's avian species are named after the Carolinas, including the Carolina chickadee and Carolina wren. South Carolina is home to reptiles such as American alligators, corn snakes, and gopher tortoises. Amphibians like the eastern narrow-mouthed toad and Pine Barrens tree frog can also be found in the state. Though South Carolina's best-known tree may be the palmetto, other trees such as loblolly pines, live oaks, and southern magnolias grow in the state. Local wildflowers that share their name with the state include the Carolina wild petunia, Carolina phlox, Carolina desert thorn, Carolina silverbell, and Carolina geranium. It's a lot of Carolina stuff. Natural resources. South Carolina's forests cover more than 67% of the state, and they're also one of the state's biggest natural resources, particularly loblolly pine. South Carolina is also one of the nation's top producers of kaolin, natural clay, mica, and vermiculite, a mineral that's often used for insulation or for growing plants. Fun stuff. On Hilton Head Island, visitors can find a mysterious circle of 4,000-year-old shells called the sea pine shell ring. It may have been a ceremonial area for Native Americans. At Patriots Point in Charleston Harbor, visitors can explore naval ships, including a submarine, a destroyer, and the USS Yorktown aircraft carrier. Baseball player Shoeless Joe Jackson, civil rights activist Marion Wright Edelman, and musicians James Brown, Chubby Checker, and Dizzy Gillespie were all born in South Carolina. There you have it. And then here's a bird video. Hopefully it will play okay. It says, Barry the Bald Eagle meets the three state birds of South Carolina, MC Wren, the wren, Wild Bill, the wild turkey, and MC Woody, the wood duck. Together they explore the rich history and geography of the 8th state of Mid-Union. And things get a little crazy when Wild Bill takes the microphone. So let's see what happens.
Hey yo, I'm DJ.
It's being difficult. I played it earlier and it worked fine, but sometimes that happens. Okay, let's see if I can.
Hey, Pigeon, and I'd like to introduce y'all to our national bird. Makes a noise for Barry the Bald Eagle, our state chauffeur. That's right, y'all. What up? What up? Are you ready?
Sorry, everyone. So I had to kind of refresh it, and it seems like it's working now. So let's try kind of where I left off on the video, and we'll go from there. If it doesn't work, it will be what it will be.
Introduce y'all to our national bird. Makes a noise for Barry the Bald Eagle, our state chauffeur. That's right, y'all. What up? What up? Are you ready to take a journey to the Carolinas? Specifically, South Carolina! Let me introduce y'all to a place so nice.
Sorry.
Gave it a state bird thrice. Yo, what up, MC?
So I'll pause this real quick since it's being difficult. They say 3 birds, but we're going to go with the Carolina wren for the bird. So you can just write that one.
Wren, the Carolina wren, and Wild Bill, the wild turkey, and Woody, the wood duck. What's up, Larry? Oh, sorry about that. He's a little crazy. It's fine. Tell me about your state, South Carolina. Well, we're the 8th state admitted here to this here union. Our capital is Columbia, and we love our children. We even have a place called Welcome. So welcome. Coast to coast, states. State, gonna tell you about a place and what makes it great, so just fly. Fly with me. Fly with me.
Oh, I've seen that actually when I was in South Carolina real quick.
Come on, fly with me. Wow, I didn't
Giant
know all
orange.
that. Could you tell us a few more interesting facts? We got the East Coast
Goodness.
premier resort, Myrtle Beach. Besides for California, we're the best at growing a peach. Our second biggest city and historic town is
Charleston is what he's trying to say.
Charleston. It's the friendliest city around. We had the very first
Oh boy.
battle of the Civil War. If you want to see it, give Fort Sumter a tour. Can I tell you something if you promise not to cattle? Yeah. We got the largest.
Sorry guys, I don't know why it gets difficult. It's like if I record it, it gets slower. Let's see.
Global farm in the world. It's used for herbs, teas, and bonsai trees. Coast to coast, state to state. Gonna tell you about a place and what makes it great. So just fly with me. Fly with me. Fly with me. Come on, fly with me.
Alright, well I'm going to stop it here. You can go back and watch it yourself. Maybe your internet's working a little nicer than mine. It is really funny because then the turkey takes over and he just is super silly, but it is super funny. So definitely see it for yourselves. It kind of makes it hard when it's all broken up like that. So anyway, hope you learn a little more about South Carolina. I'll have another video about from the 50 States book and the additional information you may need. All right, see you later.